The new year in Vientiane and the bright lights of the capital of Laos. There's plenty of electricity here, but it's not widely distributed across the country. In fact, half of the population does not have mains electricity, relying for the most part on smoky and expensive kerosene for lighting. Sunlabob technology is making a commercial success of bringing solar electricity to some of the most remote corners of the country, earning it a UNEP Sasakawa prize for this year's theme of moving towards a low-carbon economy. The Sunlabob team begins a journey to install a sophisticated solar power system in the remote village of Tarsi, best reached by boat up the Mekong River.
Sunlabob was founded in 2001. It's a Lao company, a joint venture between myself and my Lao partner. We started 2001 as a normal sales company for renewable energy products. Then working in a country like Laos was very difficult for us to be commercial active here, to find enough customers. So it was very clear for us to be successful. We have to find new methods to reach the customers in remote areas.
Not many businesses set out with the poorest people in the 10th poorest country in the world as their key demographic. To make a success of it, Sunlabob has really had to make the economics of renewable energy work. The way that Andy and his team operate is making high technology available for people that conventional companies cannot reach. Sunlabob has thousands of solar home systems and 500 solar lanterns in use in Laos and is rapidly expanding. But it wasn't always going to be an easy sell.
Very soon we found out that waiting here in Vientiane for customers who come to our office and buy material, we are limited in our commercial approach. So working in one of the 10 poorest countries like Laos here, we have to find other methods to be commercially successful. And now I have to say we are more a private energy provider than a direct sales company.
For poor rural people, the solar power systems still represent a massive cash investment. So the company came up with the idea of a sun-powered village grid. Sunlabob rents solar systems to a village energy committee, a group of residents chosen by each village. This committee is responsible for maintaining the system, selling the power on to villagers and making payments to Sunlabob.
The theory is that we train the village entrepreneur. He will be trained in the whole operational scheme, so he will be responsible for providing maintenance, for collecting fees, for doing the accounting in the village. On behalf of the village committee is responsible for the whole management. They will employ this village technician who will receive a salary from the village committee.
The original plan has been limited by a lack of capital at the level of individual users.
We have a problem here from our technical approach, from our operational approach. Everything is set up, everything works really perfect, but the problem is people don't use enough electricity. Our whole projection, our whole financial approach can only work if people are able to use enough electricity, means when they can make enough money. And here we have a problem because the people can't afford to buy a refrigerator or the initial investment, the initial hardware for making money.
So the company is testing new models for bringing clean, cheap electricity. And new businesses are using the technology to change lives across Laos. Here, a clinic runs on solar power, the electricity keeping life-saving vaccines refrigerated.
When there is no electricity in this village, the healthcare service is very difficult. It's very hard to cure the villagers because we don't have vaccines. After Sunlabob came to the village, we got a fridge to store the vaccines, so the service is improving. It's much better and more convenient for the villagers.
Hai Tai village outside Vientiane was a community of subsistence farmers. Now, a newly installed solar-powered water pump is feeding a community vegetable garden, which is beginning to provide a cash income.
Before, it was very difficult to bring the water in buckets from the river to water our vegetables. That's why all the households had small gardens. We could grow just enough to feed our families. Now we have the pump, it's so much easier and more comfortable to water our plantations.
This Sunlabob franchise is based on a water purification system. The water is pumped from the river and through a series of filters before being sterilised under UV light. One of the simplest ways of bringing clean, safe light into the lives of rural people is with handheld lamps. These battery-operated lanterns can be taken into the fields, just like their kerosene counterparts. A clever design means that the equipment can track exactly how much the lanterns are used and how much carbon dioxide is being prevented from entering the atmosphere, paving the way for gaining carbon credits. The poorest people are often those with the most to gain from cheap, safe power. Sunlabob's innovative ways of reaching these people with affordable, life-changing technology is the key to its success and the reason it is a winner of the Sasakawa Prize.